Hi, my name is Bryce. Welcome back to VHS Play, where we are playing Final Fantasy VI and recording it all on VHS. Last time, hey, we finally got to that sealed gate, let out all the espers, and oh no, now we've crash landed over here on the southern tip of the Imperial Peninsula, and yeah, we're somewhere near Miranda. Hey, turns out Kefka was following us the entire time. Oh no. Let's see, where are things? I have scrolled past my usual options. Where did you go? There we go. Also, apologies for last episode being like really weird on the technical side. I think I have determined that I think I was able to fix up the audio for the most part. Largely, let's get technical for a second. It was messing with the things. What happened? Basically, I was messing with some other things at some point, which involved me plugging in a different console into my video in and audio in for my VCR, and occasionally messing around with that changes things. We do not need to hang out at the inn. We already did stuff. Miranda used to be... Look what the Empire's not to. Okay, nothing new from when we were just hanging around. There was good stuff to buy here, and we do have a pile of money now from me spending way too long in that Esper Cave. Well, hey, let's see, we could get some decent armor for people, we could get some less decent armor for people, we could buy more hats, or we could buy more hats, what to give us... I'm real tempted to do this, actually, because I'm tired of trading around all of these hats. Let's do that. Do I want to just go ham? I don't want to go too hard on buying gear, since there will be more gear later on to purchase. Oh, I'm always tempted to do this. Right, I was going to take the break blade off of Edgar for Terra's use. Oh, that dodge chance is real nice. I'm going to do it just because I have the money right now. And that leaves the option open. Not going to actually change anything. Is there anything in this house? Right, it's the girl in Miranda. He sent that book. I'll read it every evening before bed. Alright, so Miranda, nothing's really changed there. Oh, jeez. What am I... There's stuff coming up that is like... what's the word for it? Intense? Difficult? Things what I have to try real hard and pay attention to. Anyway, speaking of paying attention to things, so, yeah, there's a couple aspects of stuff that happened. First of all, for, like, video and footage wise, I changed, like, basically changing consoles and changing what was plugged in. Occasionally when I plug things back in, it shows up fine on my TV. It does not show up fine in, like, the final recorded footage for whatever reason. I don't know why. I should double check that there's stuff in the desert. Bug. I need to remember to, like, do a trip around the world to get a few of these desert encounters for potential rages for Gao. Mogler and Osmos. I also need to pay attention to who might level up next. We'll do that later. Okay. One day I will finish a thought. Wouldn't that be interesting? Hey, Locke, you're about to go up a level. Well, you can get a +1 from Ifrit. Let's go ahead and hand you Bismarck for that sweet, sweet +2. So anyway, that's why footage was kind of weird, and like, I was able to, like, I always hate modifying footage, since that's, like, the whole point of recording on VHS is to get, like, all the VHS effects and everything, and, like, the weird, like, essentially you end up with, like, a very specific desaturation and fuzziness around everything, and that I like the look and also the vibes and all that stuff, whatever. But when I have to, like, modify it because it's like, hey, this footage turned out way too heckin' dark and I can't see anything, it sucks. It just makes me feel bad that I have to modify it. So it's like I had to turn the brightness up on the footage, which then you see a lot of, like, the weird digital aspects of footage, from having to digitize this analog footage, and then your blacks get all crunchy and you have, like, the weird obvious squares that you can see from digital junk. Alright, very important to save. Very important to save, not over the file, what I started with today. As for audio, basically I'm just messing around with audio stuff because I always am trying to figure out how to do things. Hey, Vector looks a little different. What on earth? Okay, just to real quick finish this thought before we get too far into this. Essentially, I've turned down one recording volume, turned up another recording volume between knobs and internal software settings, and while theoretically it should be the same values, it's not. It seems, and yeah, that's all in all. It's me trying to figure things out to hopefully get better sound quality. Speaking of sound quality, let me just scoot my mouse away from that record button. Do not want that to suddenly stop. And yeah, figuring it out. I think for the most part, I just need to, like, deal with some numbers. That's my problem, not yours. What's going on? Was this the same music as last time we were in Vector? I think it is the same music, but, like, just with the palette shift and, like, the fire, everything takes on a wildly different mood. And, like, well, we can still buy weapons. What on earth? What on earth? What's going on? Man, I'm always going to wonder what the heck that one ninja was saying in the Esper Cave. Just like, hey. Don't mind me, just checking to see if I can get back in the Medtech Research Facility for that fight that I missed for Gao. Unfortunately, I don't think Gao will ever be able to learn how to be a flan. People do not have a lot to say around here. This place is thoroughly cleared out. Are you all just going to say what's going on and what on earth? Yep. It was like this when we got here. What are you talking about? Talking with Espers? Oh, and alas, no guardian here to stop me. Okay, I think we are on. Heck, the Emperor's expecting you. This way. Okay. It would not let me go into menus. Alright. Ooh, heck, which one do we want? I do not have a spare on my sprint shoes. There's a reason I'm giving Terra specifically sprint shoes. Just gonna keep her at my weapon, which will hopefully not be a bad plan. Dodge chance, that's magic stuff. Various shields, Mythical's fine. Okay. Oh, it is this section. Okay, so what's coming up is a timed challenge in which I need to do a lot of things, and yeah, that's gonna be rough. Okay. Hey, buddy. The Espers that emerged from the gate are terrifying. We've lost our will to fight. Terrifying the Empire. Okay, yeah. The end of that sentence just didn't make sense to me. Emperor Gestahl waits inside. Sure does. Kefka's been imprisoned for unspeakable war crimes. He's on his last legs. The war is over. Emperor Gestahl waits inside. I've lost my will to fight. The Emperor's had a change of heart. Sid! The Espers came to save their friends. When they learned the others had perished, they went berserk and trashed the town. Never will I forget their shrieks of rage. We're hanging up our weapons and armor for good. The
power of those espers. I had no idea. They'll shred the world. We must get them to understand that we are no longer at war.
No human's going to make them sit down and listen.
But for now, my friends, let us feast and rejoice.
There's some people here who'd prefer to keep fighting. Please, before you dine, talk to as many soldiers as you can. Make them understand. Oh, buddy. Okay, so here we go. We are going to be running around as quick as we can, talk to as many soldiers as we can, and we have like 5 minutes to do so. This is also like the standard, like 5 minutes to do things. And also, menus don't stop time. So, hey, we need to go fast. Oh, buddy. Let's go. I don't remember if I get party or if it's just Terra. 4 minutes.
Please talk to as many soldiers as you can. You have 4 minutes until dinner.
Dinner preparations, dinner preparations. War's over. Kefka doesn't count. We don't bother with Kefka.
I will never knuckle under. Espers would have dreamed they were that powerful.
We can check treasure chests later.
Kefka using poison, how low can you get? I always hated that guy.
Treasure to come back to.
My whole family was also in the war.
War ended before he could use this machine. Kefka's in jail. You deserve a thrashing. Occasionally soldiers still want to fight, and they're actually worth more points. And, well, hey, we do actually get to keep our whole pile of friends. That's great. Combat has happened. You're strong. Maybe you really can defeat the Espers. This guy.
Kefka scum serves him right.
You're not wanted. Empire will never die. Empire something or other. This guy wants to fight. I did not see what his text was. Oh, dude, kind of wish I had faster dudes on my team. This guy, I'm just trying to keep track of soldiers in this room right now. Apologies.
Why are you in the way so much?
Let's turn on auto A for a little bit there. One minute remains. Locke leveled up. Good thing I already handed him stuff. Some people fight harder after they're cast down. We've got 20 soldiers. That's not bad at all. And there are more out here. mega armor. Not bad, pretty strong.
Saying too many people will never live a normal life.
Ah, you're in the way. Someone ought to thrash you. 10 seconds. That evening, the banquet with the Emperor took place. Okay, so it is at this point that I am just going to straight up pull up a guide because I want to make sure I get this right for various reasons, so give me half a second here. Okay, I have gone through the guide. There were 24 soldiers in total. Supposedly there's SP, like SP for Special Forces enemies. I don't know if I fought one of those. I was kind of tapping through real fast. I thought they were only commandos. And then the mega armor. So, oh boy. Did I miss a rage? Who knows? I sure don't. Maybe I'll find out when I record or when I do editing stuff. Anyway, that evening, the banquet with the Emperor took place.
This way, please.
Oh man, I've not brought a great party here for diplomacy. We've got a Moogle, we've got some kid from the Veldt, we've got an adventurer treasure hunter, and at least Terra should be here. You can count me in as a returner.
Imagine, all of us here together, sharing our meal. First, we must have a toast.
Oh, dude, you just don't mind me. I'm just thinking about this real hard. Okay, so behind the scenes, here's the deal. Each of these has like a point assignment, and the whole thing about talking to soldiers, like this whole section is about like getting a number of points to unlock some stuff. So I'm trying to hit all of those values. Hopefully I will at the end. We'll find out at the end. To our hometowns.
Roland, to our hometowns. As you know, Kafka's in jail for war crimes. What shall we do with him?
That's the correct answer, but actually this is the one that is good enough. This is actually the worst answer according to points values. Leave him in jail.
Well, let's let him stew in his cell for a while. Then we'll decide what to do. I truly apologize about the poisoning of Doma. No one dreamed Kafka would use poison.
It was inexcusable. Is that the correct answer? That's the correct answer.
I'm so terribly sorry. Kafka's being severely punished, and we're cleaning up the poison. By the way, with regard to General Celeste,
she is one of us, I want to say, but also we trust Celeste. Which version is it? It is she's one of us.
Kafka was lying. General Celeste realized the war was stupid before anyone else. That's why she joined the Returners.
Oh, jeez, that has dislodged something in my throat. 1 second.
Oh, any other questions for me?
Okay. This is a fun little bit. Oh, this is a fun... I do like this aspect because... reasons. Each time we ask a different question, we get 2 points. If we ask the same question over, we lose 10 points, which is huge. Correct answers thus far have been worth 5 points. So, it's very important that we not repeat questions. So, why'd you start the war? Why do you want peace now? And why'd we have to talk to your men? Double checking that these are in fact things. Yes. Why did you start the war?
My desire for power got the best of me. Now I've come to my senses. With your permission, I'd like to talk about the Espers.
One more question, please. Why do you want peace now?
I feel we need each other's help at this time.
One more question, please. Why do we have to talk to your men?
Some of my men refuse to embrace peace. Felt they'd understand if they actually met you face to face.
Alright, let's talk about the Espers.
My empire has been decimated by the Espers that emerged from the Sealed Gate. They're acting spiteful. Unless they're stopped, they'll rip the world asunder.
Oh, there's one correct answer here, and I think it is, yes, they've gone too far. Yeah, they have kind of gone too far, setting everything on fire around here, I guess. Yeah, they've gone too far.
After the Espers went on their rampage, I knew I couldn't go on with my war. I asked myself why I had started it in the first place. By the way, about those questions you asked me, which did you ask first?
I asked, why'd you start the war first?
Right. Anyway, more than anything, I want peace. That's my true dream. I want you to understand that.
You seem a bit tired. Care for a rest break? One moment. At this point, we'll ask you want to take a break. Does not affect points, but you need to do so. Speak to any of... Aha, okay, so this is where we get the special forces. Great. Cool, and we need to beat them fast. So, yes, let's take a break. Let's just fix that up real quick. Throw that back at you. Double check everybody's good on not leveling up immediately. Cool, cool. We want to test your strength. Won't you fight us for a couple of minutes? Sure. Okay, so if we can win this fight in 2 minutes... Oh, hey, there it is. Oh, wow, there's 3 of them. Gigavolt, do me proud. Yes. Easy peasy.
Just as we thought. Just as we thought. Just as we thought. Just as we thought. Yes.
All will be put right if we can achieve peace. Alright, you know what? We're going to do one other real quick thing here, and just because we haven't for a bit, top up that stuff. And actually, since we can't go into the menu freely, let's double check that everybody is actually still learning stuff. You are finishing up that, and you had Shiva. You've been done with Shiva for a bit, actually, my dude. Sorry about that. You've got the important stuff. It'd be worth learning at some point.
Shall we begin again?
Let me just look at this thing real quick. Yes.
Is there anything you wish to hear me say?
I think it's that your war is truly over. And that's the correct answer. I did it.
I understand. I've ordered this war to be over. Now I must ask a favor. After they devastated my empire, the Espers headed northward toward Crescent Island. They must be found. We must tell them we're no longer their enemy. After all that I have put them through, it is up to me to set things right. That is why I need to borrow Terra's power. Only Terra can bridge the gap between Esper and human. We must make for Crescent Island aboard the freighter from Allwork. Will you accompany?
Accompany me? Yep.
I'll have my finest warrior accompany us. General Leo.
I'm General Leo. Nice to meet you. I'll be waiting for you in Albrook.
We must find the Espers and come to terms with them. You are our last hope.
If Terra goes, I'll go. Locke, thank you. The rest of you, wait here. I smell a rat. Agreed. It's hard to trust the Empire, or the Emperor, just like that. We'll stay here and investigate. Please do. Leave no stone unturned. Right, and you be careful. Hey, remember how I just... Crud. Okay, let's check here. Alright, so they gave us our things back, so we probably got our sprint shoes back. We did, looks like they unequipped most everybody. Cool. So, Terra, you can have those. You did get your brake blade back, which, yeah, they unequipped everybody. That's a little brutal, but good, honestly. All right. And now we have our chance to actually explore around here.
The war's over.
These both led to the same place, right? Yes. Okay. Now it's time to go gather up all those treasures that we saw and didn't do anything with, after this guy says some things. A message from the Emperor. Because you were able to talk to so many soldiers, you are to be rewarded as follows. Alright. Moment of truth. Did I do it? Oh, jeez. There are 93 possible points here, by the way. So, under the hood, there are 93 possible points. The maximum reward is at 90. Imperial troops have withdrawn from South Figaro. That just happens. In addition, our troops have been pulled out of Doma. That's 50 points. We hereby give you the right to take any weapons you desire from the Imperial base to the east, near the sealed gate. 67 points. And this is from the Emperor himself. 77 points. Your behavior at the banquet was impeccable. Please take this as well. The charm bangle, there we go, we got all of it. Oh, jeez. Oh, that is actually like a really intense bit, and knowing what's going on behind the scenes actually does kind of suck a bit of the actual fun and interesting bit out of that, because like that's such a cool bit where it's just like fun, like actual kind of role-playing stuff. But then you have like this whole secret system underneath, and like I didn't know that this was how any of it worked, honestly. It was only like because I was going down the wiki rabbit hole / GameFAQs rabbit hole and saw this, like, hey, this was updated yesterday. It's like, wait, what? And at that point, I started scrolling through this walkthrough in particular, and happened upon the, oh hey, added, I think one of the change notes was added this missable, a missable item note here, and it's like, wait a minute, that's right around where I'm at. I believe it was for the Special Forces at the banquet. So, well, hey, there we go, we did it. Well. Okay, bye. War's over. Kefka's been imprisoned because he sucks. Albrook's a port to the south of the Empire. A Magitek armor hauling ship piles the waters between there and Crescent Island. We'll penetrate the Imperial base. You deal with the Espers. We have no new dialogue. Speaking of new dialogue, never will I be able to forgive Kefka.
How dare they put me in a place like this? I don't believe this. What a bore.
To note, those toilets actually have like a little use animation sort of thing. Gale Hairpin. What is that one? Preemptive attack rate. Neat.
Kefka, I've always hated you, blah blah.
Revivify. Oh. Alright. Coming down off of, like, being really nervous about this whole thing, because, like, this is a good chunk of game to have to repeat. Hey there, Gestahl. Apparently Majesty for whatever reason in this text box.
General Leo is waiting in Albrook. Please head to Crescent Island and look for the Espers.
Kefka's in jail. The war ended before we could use this machine. Kefka's scum serves him right. For sure, it would be French. You know what? We will not be friends if you keep walking in front of me. Did I just not walk in this door? So we got the back guard and the Gale hairpin. Back guard helps prevent back attacks. And maybe also pincer attacks? And pincer attacks. Neat. Cool, cool. So... If I really wanted to, I could walk slowly for a while and better gear up Terra. But man, it is hard. It is hard to take those sprint shoes off. This is like a thing in like all of the other versions of this game. They added like a run button or like an auto run option, and it's basically you always have sprint shoes. And I have thoughts about it. Like, it's one of those things, like the sprint shoes specifically like are a, hey, you are using one of your very valuable relic slots for this. And like, I do find that an interesting trade-off in having just a constant run button, or just like the ability to essentially have sprint shoes on always. I don't know, it feels... It's just, like, it's obviously a quality of life thing, but it's also just, like, you lose this kind of interesting trade-off between, hey, here's a thing, where, words, here's, like, an obvious, like, benefit at the like, what am I trying to say? There's an obvious gameplay benefit that is not statistical, but you are giving up a heavy way to influence statistical stuff and things, but it makes the game more enjoyable. Is that the word I'm going with? That doesn't feel right, but like, it changes the nature of gameplay at the cost of something that could be character power. And I find that an interesting trade-off. And sprint shoes still exist in all of the other versions of this game, but they do so with the run button. So like with sprint shoes and the run button, you run super duper duper fast, to the point that it is like you will run into walls all the time. Anyway, random tangent aside, let's talk to Sabin.
Can we truly trust the Empire? I have an awful feeling about this.
Sabin. Get out of my way.
Makes sense.
Can't just forget about the Espers.
Oh, it's over, right? Could Gestahl have meant such a thing? Team up with the Empire and track down the Esper?
We didn't have to do a thing. Empire's troops just ran away in terror. War, it's over, right? Didn't have to do a thing. Okay. So you are all the same voice lines again, but you have just changed your voice lines for whatever reason. Is there anybody else to talk to around town? Thought I saw somebody poking around over here, but it was probably just fire. Also, last chance for us to heal up and otherwise. So I think at this point, like, they were really expecting you to have some combination of Savin and Cyan and Edgar in your party, and not, you know, Mog and and Gao. As it turns out, Gao is a tough dude. I've never, like, I don't know, I never used him just because, like, a lot of, I mean, the obvious answer is because, like, a lot of I never bothered getting a lot of rages, and like not knowing what all of the rages are is kind of a deal. Don't know what to say over this. It should be fine. Right? Right? You know what? I have that page open still. Let's just go through that list of items. Tantina bar, charm bangle, back guard, X potion tincture, heal hairpin, revivify. Alright, cool. We did, in fact, do everything there. Okay. So we've got 2 stops before we head just slightly southeast for Elbrook. I want to head all the way to the east for a pile of treasure, and I also want to head all the way back to the Falcon for a little scene with Setzer. Okay, you know what? Let's head that way now. Combat is a little bit more dangerous right now because I only have 2 characters, but also Terra and Locke are pretty tough. Maybe I should just suck up the movement speed problem for now. Because then Terra could also have a Genji Glove. And she has the Break Blade available now. And we're doing a lot of overworld movement at the exact immediate time. Should also double check that everybody's in the right row. They should both be in front, right? Because they're both using melee. Alright, and neither is in danger of leveling up anytime soon. This is fine. That's Miranda. Don't mind me just kind of staring at things. Right, I should... man. Okay. Things for mental checklist. Ooh, tiger mask. Mental checklist for later. I should... I need to, like, go around and, like, do fights in different biomes. So, like, you know, we've got all the, like, nice green, like, just overworld green patch of area. And again, these backgrounds are just gorgeous. But then we have things like the woods. Oh. How about that? Turbo ride for only 100 GP. Well, tell you what, we'll come back to that one. Just to the left of the thin part. Oh, hey, chicken lips. Those are actually terrifying. So, the chicken lips, as they are called, they can, I believe, do petrify. So, well, hey, let's make sure they're dead. Well, I was going to say let's call it a day after this this Setzer scene, but actually, now that I know that there is a chocobo stable tucked away in the woods, we can do that instead. But for now, hey, we're not supposed to be back here, but I could use some refreshments. Thanks. Actually, let's check in with item guy. How are we doing? We've got plenty of potions. Tinctures? These are the MP, right? Yeah. I do want to stock up on those someday. But not today. Anyway, so yeah, the airship's for the most part empty because everybody's, you know, off in everybody else is out and about and off in the Imperial City and whatnot. And also, here's just the pitch black silent void, and every time it is kind of unnerving. Wow, what a ship. The landing really messed with the engine. It'll take a while to fix. Well, no machine can stump me. Don't touch anything. Go kill time in the casino. I can speed this crate up. You little... Get out of my sight. But I could really make this thing hum. You love this ship more than anything, huh? Actually, when I was young, there was something I was mad about. Huh? In my youth, I dreamed of having the world's fastest airship. You mean... At the time, there was a young girl who piloted the Falcon, fastest vessel ever made. Sometimes we were the most of rivals, but other times we were the best of friends. We always egged each other on to go faster and higher. When she disappeared along with her ship, felt like I lost my spirit. Poor Daryl. And yes, that's what we came all of this way for. just for that little dialogue. It is nice getting that little bit more characterization on Setzer. Okay, so I was going to call it there, but you know what? Since there's a chocobo stable tucked away right here, and it's only 100 GP, need to give me some of those 200 GP chocobos to go really fast. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Now, 100 GP seems about right for how fast this chocobo goes. It's not super fast, but man, it sure is nice. Alright, we have permission to enter here now, so let's go get ourselves some stuff. I also still have no idea what that one ninja was talking about. One flame saber tucked away in, of course, the furnace. Bucket of money, wall ring, cherub down, X potion. Bucket of money, ether, running shoes, elixir, lots of money, back guard, cure ring, elixir tucked away in the corner. Not too shabby. The cure ring and cherub down in particular, those are very expensive, and the cure ring is an absolute nightmare to try to get because it only comes from the auction. So yeah, that comes from the auction house and is a very low chance to show up. And when it does, it still costs 20,000 money, which, well, hey, we suddenly have almost 100,000 money. Good job, us. Anyway, so cool. We have now done all of our stuff. I guess I will walk this way while I get around to signing off. Well, hey, we're gonna team up with the Empire and do things, I guess. And let's go track down the Espers and work with General Leo. And maybe meet a familiar face or two along the way. I had every intention of this being shorter, and it did not. So, well, hey. Hopefully all of my video stuff worked out better this time. I did, like, push chords in a little bit further to bookend this episode on talking about last episode's nonsense with technical problems. I did push in wires a little bit firmer. Hopefully that's worked out. And also, for one, I've tried talking louder into my mic from a further distance. Does all work great? Yeah. We made it. Well, hey. So, well, hey, hopefully audio and video are not scuffed this time around. If they are, I don't know, I guess I'll have to unplug it and plug it back in again regarding wires. And yeah, that should do it. Well, hey, productive time. We did it. We talked to all of the dudes in the Empire and fought some of them, and then they're all like, hey, peace is fine. So that's neat. And next time we hop on board a ship and head east towards Crescent Island, which, as it turns out, we already kind of stopped there when we had the blackjack, but whatever. Let's go next time. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Bryce. This has been VHS Play. Have yourself a lovely evening.